happen?
How did you fix it?
That's a good fucking question. I don't know.
I love those.
I was just sitting here and I went to Google and I'm like, what the hell's happening? And then I just heard a and I'm like, see? Snake.
Well, no, the other day I was having problems with the sound, and you could hear. I could see the audio, on the mic pick up, and I was like, I don't know what the deal is there. But anyway,
really?
So totally destroyed our cold opening, man. Totally.
It really did, and that's what I'm kind of mad about. Can you hear me okay, though?
I hear you pretty well. Maybe more than I'd like to, but yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me better?
No, that's really bad.
That's what happens when I mess with the settings on my stuff.
See, that's what happened. You probably broke the internet with your Gaston background.
I mean, no, dude, you don't understand. I am Gaston. This is just how I usually look.
I don't know if that's a brag.
Listen, man, Gaston is beautiful. He's one of the best Disney villains ever.
I can. Gaston, really? You think so?
Yeah, because he's just a dumb meathead. Like I
don't see that describing one of the best Disney villains ever.
Well, think about it. Like everybody else has like this really, really evil plot. Gaston just wanted to marry Belle, and if like Belle never went to the castle, Gaston would just kind of be like, there and still harassing her. He wouldn't hurt anybody. It's like, so he's like the best because it's like there's never really a reason for him to be a villain until that really particular moment.
The guy that wrote the songs for Beauty and the Beast. I can't remember his name. It was Harvey something, I think, or Herschel, something like that. Anyway, but like he
5 dozen eggs
every morning,
just to help me get large.
They like to contribute all the songs like Hunt the Beast and all this stuff to how he felt about his homosexual lifestyle and everything during of course during the 80s and the late 90s. And he's like, no. No.
That sounds so weird.
Beauty and the Beast.
I wrote this because it fit to what we were doing.
Well, the thing is, he wrote the music for My Little Mermaid, right? Mm-hmm. My Little Mermaid, the famous My Little Mermaid song. Yeah. So he wrote
Kitty Pie and all that.
Yeah, he wasn't interested really in writing for Beauty and the Beast, but they convinced him to do it, and we're thankful for that. I don't know. Yeah. What do you think? What is more memorable, the Beauty and the Beast songs or the the Little Mermaid songs?
Well, definitely the Gummy Bears songs. I definitely say that. No, I would say definitely the Beauty and the Beast songs. They're more I feel like they're quotable in like a lot of different situations.
The Beauty, Kill the Beast. Yeah, that comes up every day for me. I swear.
Every day, and then I'll sing to Tifa every time. I'll be like, when I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs every morning just to get large.
Be our guest.
Be our guest. Yeah, like it's they're fun songs to just kind of sing along to.
But none of them are as good as this banger.
In a world where people can talk about things, and there are people who have a lot to say about the things they are talking about. When there is nothing else to say, these people will talk about stuff with the confidence in knowing what they are saying. When they have things to say, they will start talking about the thing they need to talk about. This is the show that you don't want to miss when there are things to be discussed.
I don't think I want to hang with these guys.
Come on, Phil. These guys are the best. They're gonna do things tonight that'll blow your mind.
Really?
Look at them. They're young, they're keen, and all they want to do is show you a good time. So get back there before you hurt their feelings.
And there go my nipples again!
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm rubbing
Yeah,
my
you have
nipples
been
right now.
sending. So you got to have a whole bunch of shit you want to talk about. You have been sending me weird stuff all week.
I have, and it has been the most fun I've had in a very long time.
I think what the most intriguing thing is probably what you said today. Not the press, not the LaCroix. We don't want to even get into the LaCroix.
Ugh. First off, the fact that somebody had an idea to make an idea of a sparkling water or like a soda is absolutely terrible, and they need to be in prison.
I
Like,
agree. I agree.
this whole political thing, it's fine, it's great, and it definitely needs to be solved. But no, we need to arrest the man and hang the man who made LaCroix.
I'm thinking his name's probably LaCroix, and which sounds like an evil villain anyway. It's probably a diabolical plan to undermine all the Cokes and Pepsis in the world.
That's not really
And it's probably a diet drink. Nobody likes those.
Oh, it's gonna come out. That's the evil plot. He's gonna
That's
come
it.
out and say it's a diet drink, and everybody's
Dun,
gonna
dun,
lose their damn
dun.
minds. But no, yeah, I have been sending you weird shit, and it's been a lot of fun because I love your reaction. You're like, why do you have that? First off, what is your background and why?
I don't know. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, okay, 'cause it's horrifying.
I said, I told Jaden, I said, Jaden, I need a background. What should I be my background? Oh, this should be it. All right, whatever. So,
All right, cool.
well, you know, one way that I waste my time or I spend my time is I'll watch creepy videos on YouTube.
Oh,
Like
okay.
sometimes it's just like ghost videos or the dark corners of the internet or the dark web.
Yeah,
You know?
I've seen those on TikTok.
Oh, they have that on TikTok?
Scary of like a girl slowly. Yeah, they have them on TikTok.
Oh, I'll
there's.
talk to you later.
All right, bye. And then this is in. I'm gonna spoil all of One Piece. It is the friends we
Yeah. Yeah. Guess what? Guess what? It won't matter because we're caught up.
Yep, we are caught up, and man, it's been a wild ride.
Oh, but speaking of which, somebody brought up a good point. All right, so, one, geez, for those who have started.
Spoilers.
So, somebody brought up a good point. All right, so you know how in Wano you saw the guy with the barrier fruit?
Mhm.
And the woman who could change her faces, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're like, okay, so one is Bartolomew's fruit, and the other one is that Bon Clay's?
Maybe.
It
Well,
could
no.
be.
It is a possibility.
Yeah, it could
That'd
be Bon
really
Clay's.
sad.
Yeah, not only is that sad. Okay, so you know where Bon Clay is, where we left off.
Yeah, he was in the prison.
Right,
I
but you know
remember
he's like ruling. He basically took
Yeah, he's
Nirvana-
he's ruler of the 5th floor or whatever.
Right. However, here's the thing that I'm wondering. But who possesses that power now? Think Blackbeard pirates.
I don't know because I don't know half of the Blackbeard pirate.
Okay. Remember when Moria shows up to Full Lead, and he's trying to talk to Absalom, and it's not Absalom. She changes from Absalom to the pirate.
Oh.
Are we saying something bad here?
Maybe.
Oh,
But if Bon Clay is dead, I'm gonna be really sad.
that'd be sad, right?
That man was beautiful. he made everybody feel pretty.
Bon Clay is the best straw hat.
He is. He is the best. He's the best straw hat, and nobody can tell me otherwise.
I'll even forgive that he was modeled after Jim Carrey.
Was he really?
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, okay. Well, I know. What was his name? Shoot, the other crossdresser guy.
Oh yeah, Tim Curry.
Yeah, he's
Hands down.
definitely Tim
Yeah.
Curry. Yeah, that was obvious.
Yeah,
you
that's obvious.
you did start reading Wild Strawberry too, which I was very happy about.
I did catch up on it. I did.
Yeah, isn't it weird?
It is, but there's a lot of things. It's very shonen.
Yes. Yeah.
It's very shonen. Because like I see Demon Slayer, I see the Chainsaw Man, I
Yep.
see Attack on Titan. It's very
It starts becoming paint by numbers, and then it actually mirrors Kaiju number 8 almost to a T now.
Oh, really? Wait,
Yeah.
this came out before. Did it come out before?
No,
It's like
after.
what, 22, 20? Yeah, but I mean, the amount of detail and work went into that had to be started, or at least around the same time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh
But
my gosh.
they're like those two are friends, or they like both just happen to have kind of generally the same idea.
Or they really just hate each other.
Probably maybe that.
I could do this better than you, which probably is true because at least with the Jinkas, that's something different as opposed to just kaiju. Of course, I'm not a kaiju person, so
I like kaiju stuff, but kaiju number 8 kind of fell off for me. But the Jinka, the flower thing, the evil things.
Yeah.
I just think that's really cool, and I think
that's really cool. Yeah,
like, and it has a lot more like depth in their designs.
Well, one of my
it's
favorite.
Also sad. So.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite movies is Little Shop of Horrors, which is very Little Shop of
the
Horrors.
The original or the remake?
No, well, not the Jack Nicholson one. So yes, the musical.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. The music, which was written by the guy that did Beauty and the Beast and My Little Mermaid. Yeah. So, it just fits that it would be something plant and horrific. It's nice. But now that I've caught up on it, have you caught up on it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they just dropped one today, didn't they? Yeah, they dropped one today.
I think it was today. Yeah.
Did
I read today's? I don't think I did read today's.
Yeah.
So I didn't read today's.
Spoil it for you.
No, don't. You already spoiled the chapter of One Piece. You're like, here, read this, and I'm like, no. Fake kid, the best character ever. He's not as strong as our Captain Kidd. Oh,
it's like, no, he's dead.
That's why he's not as strong as you. He's dead, fuckers.
He's dead. Oh man, yeah. I did see the Spanish translation for the next chapter, but it doesn't do me any good because I don't read Spanish.
Yeah, no, that doesn't help you unless there's like some kind of mystical thing that you can do to translate it.
I'm not going to go through that kind of trouble. I'll wait.
Then wait like a good person.
I was raised in the 90s. I don't have that kind of energy.
It's true. Look, I want something as fast as possible, but if I got to put work into it, I'm not going to fucking do it.
No, why? They call us the microwave generation. So,
I mean, that's fair.
Well, you used to think, okay, they call us the microwave generation because we like it fast. But maybe the whole reason they call us microwave generation is because we're fried. I don't know from the microwaves. I remember seeing a movie. Fried. It was called Love and Human Remains.
Okay.
And it was an independent film years and years ago. And one of the things the guy said, yeah, I don't trust anybody born after 1950. I think it's all the microwaves.
I mean, it's possible.
And that's stuck with. I'm gonna have to see if I can go find that. But yeah, and that's stuck with me. And so
I want to talk about creativity. Do you think creativity is dead?
In Space Jam, yeah.
Yeah, and it's no Space Jam, and we're not talking about Space Jam right now. But we can talk about the second Space Jam.
The worst movie but I wouldn't know anything about it.
Oh, it's like the worst thing you'll ever sit through.
Oh, and the first one, was it? Oh,
I mean, look, you know what? At least the first one was just like it wasn't obviously an ad, like a giant ad movie, but at least it was entertaining. This one is just suicide rates would go up if we continue talking about it, so we're not going to do that.
No, let's not do that. There's got to be better things to talk about than Space Jam.
So I want to talk about this fucking man who dresses like a dog.
Which one? You got to be more specific.
Well, that's what
there's that guy in Preacher. I remember him. He's dressed like a dog. There's like this, like it's almost like a famous. I think the dog was actually God or something, right? Or something.
Yeah, yeah. It was God in a leather bondage outfit.
I fell off of that show after like the third season. I think it was.
I did too. I think I went through got to the second season. I was like, eh.
It was really good for a while. That first season was good, and then it kind of went the way of the comic. So
Yeah. Well, it gave a lot of characters unnecessary backstory too, like butthole head or ass face.
Ass face, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really care. I'm sorry, I didn't care.
Well, it's interesting as far as like Preacher was concerned, and as far as I'm concerned, it's the only good thing that Seth Rogen was involved in. Was they did kind of give him a little bit more depth in the TV show than they did in the comic. Because if you look in the comic, the reason why he blew his head off or tried to blow his head off was because Kurt Cobain killed himself. And it's like that's like the show.
Yeah, and said it was about a girl. A girl rejected him in the thing. Oh, cool. We're going on a walk.
We're going to walk. So
Sorry.
do we have to do this now?
Yeah, we got to be like,
we're moving.
Okay.
That might look weird. Your Twitter guys are going to start coming up and asking us if we're gay again.
Only a little bit.
Somebody getting pegged?
Yeah. Speaking of getting pegged, but no. So this is the thing when I
saw
this,
right?
Yeah, this is the thing when I saw this article about the dog, where people were like, oh, first off, he spent like what $14,000 to get this hyper realistic dog costume, which first off is way cheaper than I ever expected for something of that quality.
1,600?
No, it was like 14,000.
God, and that's cheaper.
Yeah. Well, consider furry costumes.
How realistic is this?
Like, consider like how furry costumes can be anywhere from like, just a head alone can be $5,000. But for the whole suit, you're looking at like, and I'm talking about like a good high quality one. I mean, there's ones furry costumes that are like, $800-900, that kind of stuff. But like a high quality one, gonna cost you thousands.
Right. But this is not a furry, because there's a difference between a furry suit and a dog suit.
Yes, very much so. And
right. So
a furry costume.
Explain that difference. Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah.
A furry costume is like anthropomorphic, has the hands, paws, ooh woo, cutesy thing. This is a man who dresses as a dog.
Right.
That is the verbatim. And here's the thing, though. I give that man a ton of props.
But he doesn't want to be a dog anymore, right?
No, he wants to be a panda.
Oh.
But that's the thing. I was sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, oh, and they say creativity is dead. This man wants to be a dog. This woman lives. Do you know the lady on TikTok that like lives in a crib and she's like a full-time baby?
No, but I have seen that in a man.
So... Hey, well, this is a woman, which I'm not sure which one is worse. I mean, I don't know which one's worse. I don't know.
This one I think lived with a family that had a daughter, so that one's definitely worse. But let's go with the more fun, the more fun version, the funner version, the better, that.
Yes, but this guy made this costume, and I just kept sitting there thinking, what would be really great? We are missing this opportunity for these people to get jobs in zoos where they dress as animals.
Don't you think that would, what animal rights activists should be jumping all over this?
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, don't let PETA, your next project is take all the animals out of zoos and put people dressed as animals.
There you go.
Why not? I would pay to watch somebody be a snake in a tank. As long as
the costumes aren't made of real fur.
Right, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
But
that would probably be a problem for PETA.
Could you imagine that? Just defeats the purpose of the whole thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we skin this panda and dress this guy as a panda. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, right.
But I think that would be awesome because I would totally go and see the new penguin exhibit of a bunch of people being penguins and shoving each other into a pool, or watching, and they would be way more active than the actual animals at the zoo. Like, it'd be way funnier. I love it personally. I think it's great.
Have you ever seen that? It's like the meme, and it's I guess it's kind of a meme, but like it's Peppa Pig on a school trip, right? Mm-hmm. And It's like you have Peppa Pig, there's a giraffe, there's a zebra there, and they're all going to the zoo. And it's like, what the hell is in the zoo? We want to know what's in the zoo. It's people dressed up like animals.
Is it really?
Look,
Oh.
they're trying to be people.
They're trying to be people. Well, it's like what the hell is
I
in
don't
this
know.
zoo?
No,
No,
I don't
but
think
that
they went in the zoo, but everybody was curious.
could you imagine that as an episode of Bluey? It's just that's for the people
It's like,
are.
talk about it's a callback to Barnum and Bailey, the great show on Earth years ago, where they had certain people they used to keep as exhibits.
Like like the bearded lady and all them.
Bearded lady. They had like a little person for a while.
Yeah.
Things like it's like, golly, really?
Siamese. They had the crab lobster boy, who I guess his family the family murdered him. I don't know if that was a part of the P.T. Barnum one, but I was reading something about that where it was like the lobster boy was murdered by the family because he was a dick. And I'm like, I get it. Look, if you have lobster hands and you're an asshole, I mean, you deserve it.
Yeah, you're not going to get any better.
No, you're not. No. You have lobster hands and you're an asshole. Did
you
see
see
that.
the ducks? The pandas in the zoo?
Yes,
Martha
China did that.
That shit was funny in the Monty Python Mr. Neutron episode. Got it. Now it got real. And oh, heck yeah, sent it to my half-brother's ex-wife.
Yes, I did.
She didn't think the painted dogs were funny.
Oh.
No.
I love.
They tried. Rock lobster.
Rock lobster.
Talk about creativity.
I rock lobster. That thing. But no, I don't. Listen, that's the thing is that people are like, oh, there's no such thing as like original ideas. Human zoo, right there. Make a human zoo.
I feel like there might be some human rights violations into that, but it has to be voluntary.
Right, exactly. Well, yeah, you can't just kidnap a bunch of people and, put them in the zoo. I mean, I guess you could, but...
It depends on what country you're in now, but yeah, it's something like that.
Oh, no, it's something really bad. I would have gotten... Give homeless people the jobs, dress them up as animals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you get
four... We do not endorse.
Listen.
We do not endorse that.
I'm just saying.
You really are me.
But no, I thought that was yeah, that's how most people feel jail is.
That's how,
yeah. But think about it.
Animals.
3 square meals a day. Like 3 square meals a day. You get a nice shelter. Go live in the zoo.
But everybody says 3 square meals a day, but let's be honest, we don't eat 3 square meals a day.
We don't. Really no.
And like, can you imagine 3 square meals a day? Why don't we eat 3 square meals a day? Because it sucks. That's why. Can you imagine having? You're now forced. Don't look. Everybody's like, oh, 3 square meals a day, like that's a good thing. No, you're being forced to eat this shit. That's a problem.
Exactly.
Like, that is a threat. Oh, well, you can be in jail and eat 3 square meals a day. Oh, okay. No, that's a threat. You're misinterpreting what this means.
You have to eat this food. We need you to. Like now.
I feel like this is a LaCroix idea. Just make jail.
That is a LaCroix idea. I would listen. That is not a terrible idea, though. You want it? You want all of our money, like how all of our taxpayer dollars goes to prisons and everything. No, you cut that shit out and you make it so people can go visit the prisons and people would pay money. There's your prison money right there. Totally would. Or have you ever seen that? What was it? Lewis Black's? Is it Lewis Black, that thing where he said we should just got to take all the square states and put fences around them and put all the different criminals in them? And then make it like a big reality TV show.
No.
Okay, it was really funny because they're like, just put all the druggies in one area, all the serial killers and rapists in one, and just put a bunch of cameras in there and make it one giant reality TV show.
I feel like that would solve a lot of problems and probably the population, overpopulation.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a terrible idea as we endorse this. I'm endorsing it. I'll endorse it.
Oh my god!
I'll be your sponsor. I'll be the sponsor.
There's got to be something here that you say.
I think it's fabulous. Every value I've ever held has been questioned, and I'm loving it.
Thank you for agreeing with me. But no, and then the other thing that I sent you, thanks to the dog, but my favorite thing that I sent you, where I said, and I was thinking about this morning too, is, did you know that there's a scandal in the chess world?
Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear?
The thing about this, right? I saw you sent me this thing, and the thing that threw me off, I think, was the words "anal beads,"
Right.
and, right next to championship chess player.
That's
And
what threw me off.
Yeah, that's So I read the article, as you do when you see anal beads, and
right, of course, you gotta know.
And so let me get this straight. So basically, the idea is that he was cheating because somebody was signaling a signal to the anal beads to let him know what to play next in the chess match.
Right.
See, I don't think that should be condemned. In fact, that should probably be rewarded as ingenuity.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Sir, do you have anal beads in? Yes. You win. That's
you win. You got this, man. Like I
talk about sacrifice for the craft.
The fact that you don't break and you sacrifice for the craft is what's impressive. Like you're just sitting there going,
checkmate.
Sure. He just like has to get up and he like it's the Undertaker.
Removes the towel as he stands.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like this guy, and first off, I don't actually believe that could be a thing. I really think that's just...
But okay, but here's the thing about it. Okay, what adds validity to this argument is the fact that this was on Piers Morgan. Like this isn't like National Enquirer or anything.
Right.
This is like a kind of mostly a reputable source, right? So you look at that. Oh, anal beads up this guy's ass to play chess. Come on now. Whoa, Piers Morgan. Well, this was serious. We really need to take this into consideration.
This is actually true or not? And I'm curious. I really need to know. But this is the thing that I was thinking of on my way to work was everybody is looking for their next story, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Write an autobiography about this guy.
Oh my God.
Write a comic about like what if he actually did have the anal beads in him. Like write that. That's your story right there. I'm giving people these comic ideas and they're great. You should.
But how far will you go for that?
All the way. You go all the way with him.
All the way.
Yeah, all the way. You go all the way with.
What's the same way he did? All the way.
Right. He goes all the way with meeting the guy or the girl or whoever and says, hey, I need you to do something for me. I need you to press this button and tell me. So, but that means that the other person would need to be good at chess as well.
See, exactly. That's exactly where I was going with that. Exactly. That's the thing. So it's like, so the other person has to, so how do you, so what, is there like a website or a group there's like, into chess and anal beads, the anal beads and chess group on Facebook? I'm going to, and if there is one, I might join it just to watch from afar.
You know what? And if there's not, I'm creating it.
Have you ever tried the anal bead shaped like bishop pieces? Like, golly, no.
Listen, I got an
anal bead. A little cross in there.
Listen, I have an anal bead that'll get you right to the third round. Will vibrate.
Oh my gosh!
This one spins.
This sounds like you're talking like an anal bead dealer out there.
I got your anal beads.
I got your anal beads. What you play checkers? I got your checker anal beads. I got your anal beads.
I got your anal beads.
Uno
anal beads.
But now the Monopoly anal beads are extra. So
listen, we're working on some Warhammer anal beads right now, and that's a really long one too. I can tell you. But could you listen? This is the thing is too, though. Next to that ingenuity, you got to realize too that this could be a sport. Like this could be an actual like competition if we allowed sex sports on TV. people sitting there with anal beads in them or whatever up their orifices, playing sports and games. Do you understand how hilarious that would be?
I think that's already the premise for some porns, and you might have to pay copyright for that.
Listen,
Welcome to the Triple XVA.
I would totally watch that, though. Hey, what are you watching tonight? So get this. A bunch of guys are putting little bullets up their butts and playing basketball.
Oh, man. See, now this is going to be...
What? Oh, no, we're not homosexuals. We're just very good friends.
So cheats were communicated through vibration? Yes.
Yes.
Up, down, down, left or right, A, B, start.
My gosh, that's like a PlayStation game.
But I'm just saying, like, if they allowed, because you know they have a national air sex championship, right?
Oh,
Congratulations, that's the thing, you know.
great.
At least I think it's still going. That's why I'm looking it up because I need to.
Wait, air sex?
Yes, it's air sex championships. Yeah, it's where what they do is that they lay on beds and like pretend to have sex, and it's whoever's the best at it wins the prize.
And who's the judge?
I don't know. A mime, I guess.
Like, I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm an expert at air sex. Like, and I'm still a virgin. You would be.
Yeah, you would. Could you imagine just going on a date with that guy and he's like, "Listen, I need to show you that I can't actually have sex because I'm the air sex champion." And but I can show you my cool air sex moves. This one is called the doggy. Could you
Bad
imagine?
thing is he proceeds to bend over.
he bends over and she gets out the anal beads.
There's a comedian, or she played on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She's married to Jordan Peele, and
There's
she's
your
talking
first
about.
friend.
Yeah, well, what is her name? I cannot remember her name right now. Chelsea something. Anyway, but she was talking in her stand-up. She's talking about all these guys always talk about aggressively giving it to somebody and using their microphone as a dick. I've actually made up a bit now where I take it submissively, and she bends over the stool and just. I imagine that's what air sex championships probably look like.
You know, probably. And if they actually had that as an Olympic sport, I'd probably watch it. Like I would again, but this goes back to the sex toy sport.
You should maybe not admit online. I'm just saying.
You know for a fact you would watch it too, so don't even lie. If I came to you and I said, "Hey, I have tickets to National Sex Championship." I have tickets, front row, to the National Air Sex Championship right now in Louisiana. I have 4 tickets.
Why does it have to
Do
be?
you want to go?
The way Louisiana going, it's not going to be in Louisiana. That's for sure.
Fine, It'll be here in Detroit. Do you want to go?
I can believe that. It's hobo air sex.
Hobo air sex. All the homeless people are winning for a cheese sandwich. We do not hate the homeless here, we promise. That just happened to be 2 conversations we had about homeless people today. When it comes to horrible situations.
So to change the subject. So you've caught up on Doctor Who?
Hell yeah, I have. Hell yeah.
So it's so horrible and woke.
Oh God, yes. Ugh, listen, I am so tired of these dumb.
Don't be racist. I am a building.
Types of people.
How dare dare you preach your love and acceptance and tolerance, you bastards.
How dare you? How dare you also seem like you're having a really good time and you're energetic about it too? God damn it. How dare you? No, I am caught up and you're caught up too.
Yes, I am.
The next episode comes out
Saturday.
Okay. Then I got something to watch over the weekend.
Yeah.
I do need to watch the specials though with Neil Patrick Harris and the
You
14th.
still haven't watched those? Why can't? You're not caught up. I'm not talking to you anymore.
We're talking about the 15th Doctor.
Yeah, I can't keep up with what number they are.
That guy, the black guy.
Wow.
Listen, they said it right in the freaking episode too.
Well, of course, because it's woke.
Oh, right. It wasn't because she was describing him or anything.
No.
Like, just, have you seen my friend? What does he look like? Black? Trench coat? I mean...
If you said that.
I'm not playing the clip again. But no, are you enjoying it?
Yeah, the Space Babies episode was a little much.
Yeah, I'm like,
but
it was just kind of, out of all of them, that one felt forced.
Well, they said they did it for the fans, and I'm kind of like, what fans are you doing this for?
Which one?
It's the woman in the crib that's supposed to be a baby.
Oh.
Well, what's aggravating is, okay, space babies, fine, whatever. But it's just that, yes, babies, space babies. Okay, we get it. You can stop saying that now.
Right.
Because at first watching them like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to be annoying. This is going to be really, really annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But by the end of that episode, it was better. By the second episode, and I know you consider that the third, but by the second episode, no, it's the second episode. It was a Christmas special.
Sure.
It was a Christmas special. It was a Christmas special.
Listen, Disney has it as episode 1.
And you trust Disney?
I trust canonically. I do.
Well, it was a Christmas special.
You know what? Fine. It was a Christmas special. We're not gonna.
It was a Christmas.
They always have a Christmas special.
Well, it looks like they're leaning a little bit more into magic on this go round.
Yeah, I noticed that because they did the Boogeyman was kind of more magical than sci-fi than anything, which I thought that was a stupid pun, but also clever.
Oh golly!
I was like, that's disgusting and stupid. But I'm there.
Okay, it was the concept was cool, but the execution was dumb. Let's put it that way. I think that's the best way to put it. The space babies were like a nightmare from Look Who's Talking. Like, nobody needs to remember that.
Or Baby Geniuses.
Oh, look, you say all that? There actually was a TV show called Baby Bob. That was all about the baby talking. Yeah.
What?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I hate all of this.
Or then you have the baby with stock market and everything. Have you seen those commercials?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh! It's talking baby with the stock market.
The great. I've also seen Boss Baby, and that was terrible.
Was it?
No, but it was also just weird.
The thing
kind of
about
like Shark
Boss
Tale.
Baby
It wasn't bad. It was just weird.
I never saw Shark Tale.
Oh, okay.
I probably won't.
Bad. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Don't see it, but
the thing about Boss Baby is they set it up. It's so weird because they set it up like it's his imagination, right? They're like, "Hey, would you like a sibling?" And he's like, "No." And she's like pregnant. You can see that she's pregnant, and then the baby's delivered, and not by her, by a taxi. So, baby is delivered, not in the hospital, to the door, like you do. It's like an Amazon. It's an Amazon delivery, and then, but at the end of it, it's like you're not positive if it was real or if it was fake, and none of it makes any damn sense.
No, because
until you get to 2, and then on 2, it was all real, I guess. And they all go back to being babies.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like with storks. When you think about it, is how the hell were people being born because storks weren't delivering babies anymore because babies were made by machines, and then delivered to people that wanted a baby. so how the population survived for 10 years.
That doesn't line up because what about all the people who don't want babies that happen?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a baby animated baby expert when it comes to it. But
I feel like this could be a deep dive somehow.
You know what? We'll do a whole episode where we'll just deep dive into baby, like the lore of like storks and babies and boss baby and everything. So we'll do an iceberg. It'll be great.
I might skip that episode. But yeah, go ahead. You go ahead and let me know.
So I will. I'll do it all by myself too. And I'll just start making up a bunch of stuff. Did you know?
Nobody's gonna follow up on it. You can make this whole thing. Just go off the top of your head. For if you can go for an hour and a half, maybe 3 hours. Have you seen some of these icebergs? Think about go for about 3 hours. Just say whatever nonsense bullshit you want to come up with, and you'll get views. I promise. And
yeah,
not only that, people will cite you as a reputable source.
They will, and then they'll also make comments and fight about it.
Unless you date somebody underage, and then you're Chris Chan. Or something.
No, why did you bring him up? I forgot about them.
Oh,
but I did like
totally hated Sonic. But yeah,
thanks. And you derailed my glorious topic. We derailed the topic of Doctor Who, and now I don't want it anymore.
Chris Chan could derail anything, including his mom. Anyway.
Oh. That made me sad. That actually made me sad. Anyway. But I did like the mine episode was really weird.
Yeah, but it was cool. You know, somebody made the statement, and it's a guy who does some kind of he's a comic book artist, like does something that sounds like rock, but with a G. And he makes a statement that this doctor doesn't do anything but just act silly and never solves anything. And I'm like, that's weird because every time I see him, he's solving a problem.
Right.
It's like,
I mean, and even if he's not solving the problem, have you watched any of the other Doctor Who's? Like, he doesn't always just solve a problem. There are episodes where he's just having fun.
No, look at Weeping Angels. He didn't solve that problem. Did you know that in actuality, that Weeping Angels episode is a mistake, is an accident?
Really?
What really happened is Stephen Moffat had written a whole script, like a big budget CGI infused script. Now, for some reason, David Tennant and who was it, Martha Jones at the time, I think it was Martha.
Was it? Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
I think it was Martha. And they weren't available to be in the episode, which makes you wonder, wait, you're filming a Doctor Who episode with, I don't know, Doctor Who? Imagine that. I can't imagine it's like young Sheldon without Sheldon, but still, I digress. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, and your budget has been slashed dramatically. So he basically had to rewrite this whole script to kind of not feature the Doctor, have these statues, and then we got the classic Weeping Angel. Which is kind of interesting. Yeah. It makes you when you start seeing how some people had to be creative because of budget constraints and things like that. Yeah. You kind of well, shit, I'm just going to throw my money out the window and do whatever I got left. It's oh, I've got a computer program that has all that to it. And it has totally ruined my creativity.
Weird. It's almost like you could use AI for that now. But anyway.
Oh, wow.
Listen, Sony's going to do it. So.
Oh, I saw that. Okay, sure.
But you kind of also, in this looking at these newer episodes, especially the mine episode, or that war episode, you can definitely tell when their budget was low with Doctor Who, because that's one of those episodes where they were saving it for the next episode or the Boogeyman episode, which were more elaborate sets.
Well, even that last episode, right? I mean, there wasn't anything extra special special
not
effects
really.
wise, right? And there wasn't anything there, except we just get left with a lot of freaking questions.
Yeah, that was really weird. Even though I called the twist in the beginning.
Oh, really?
Like,
Oh, did you?
Yeah, as it went
Yeah,
on,
we
I was
won't
like,
mention it here in case
yeah,
people want to go watch it. But yeah,
which I recommend. It's actually very good.
it is good. It's good.
It's fun
It's
and
freaky.
it's freaky. It's kind of funny too when you think about it. First off, I loved the fact that the organization showed up and they're like, we can help you. We are highly trained professionals and
we can handle
everything.
this.
Can
Yeah.
handle it. They march up to her. Oh my god! And they all just not just one person, an entire organization just gets up and
do not
leaves.
engage. Do not engage. But like, okay, I'm just going to say it like this. But what happened? You never get what happened. Why were they doing that? What happened? And the thing is, I'm like, okay, I'm going to hold on to this and hope by the end of this season we get an answer to those questions.
Like how it happened or why it happened?
No, why it happened. Like, I don't want to get into it, but she said, okay, I don't really want to say what it is, to not ruin it for other people who haven't watched it. But we never got an answer to that. And it's kind of like, oh, okay, so what? But I will say this. I think Ruby's shaping up to be a pretty damn good companion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think she's shaping up to be, like, first off, she doesn't rely on the doctor. She literally does her own thing. She's kind of like Donna, where it's just like, no, I'm going to do my own thing. You can't tell me what to do. Like, go fuck yourself, buddy.
Right. I always appreciate when the companion is not attracted to the doctor.
Yeah. Yes. Same here.
I really do enjoy that, instead of it becoming that's what they did with Rose, and that was annoying. And then they did that with, and then Martha Jones was a fucking simp. And I've said this many times. I do not like Martha.
I don't really like her either.
Thank God she only had one season.
And then she was with Mickey.
And then she was with Mickey. But
it's awesome, in my opinion.
But we don't get enough John Barrowman anymore.
No, we don't. Have you ever told you I met
Jack
him?
Harkness? No, he seemed like such a friendly guy. He's very he's very open. Yes.
He's very open, and he's very openly gay too.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to go there, but sure.
Oh, well, I mean, you said open,
too.
I
meant like open as in caring, really fun. I've seen him dressed up as Squirrel Girl before.
Yes.
He's very Jack Harkness, right?
Yes.
He's not ashamed of who he is or what he does or what the case is. So
no, and I actually that John Bowerman, because he was also in Torchwood as well. But that was my first introduction to John Barrowman was Doctor Who, and then he was in Arrow as Malcolm Merlin.
Yes, and he did a great job. Yeah.
Oh, he was the only reason why you would want to watch some of it. Like, because he's just this dummy the entire time. Like, he tries to be this badass man, but in reality, he's just like this doofus. He's like, I'm going to help you. Everything goes wrong. I'm going to leave now. Like, oh, I fucked this up. Goodbye.
You remember that all too well.
It was great.
I think I remember the Slade episodes more than the Merlin ones. That's the first seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, the Slade ones were pretty good too. That was who played Slade? I forgot his name.
I don't know, but he's the guy that played Slade in those episodes.
Oh, thank you. You're very helpful.
Yes.
With that. But John Bowerman, I met him. I was at WizardCon in Chicago, and I was gonna get an autograph from him, but it was like the last second and he was getting ready to leave. And I asked his bodyguard guy, I was like, hey, listen, I really want to get an autograph. It'll be like 2 seconds. And he was like, okay, well, let me ask you. John was like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like, he was very excited. He was great. I went up to him. He's like, what picture do you want? I chose the one where he's like standing behind the TARDIS naked, or like inside the TARDIS naked, and that one was really because I thought it was funny that he had it out there. I was like, yeah, I had that one framed too.
Of course you did.
Yeah, he had it signed, and then he's like, do you want to meet my mom? And I was
What?
like, what? And like sitting on in the back was his mom. And so I met his mom too. Yeah. And it was like this older lady who was like, hi. And I like asked him, like, do you just bring your mom? He's like, yeah, I just bring my mom traveling sometimes, like to the cons. I'm like, oh, that's really cute. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, John Bowerman's a great guy though, like for that little bit of time that I met him. So
Well, I wonder. Okay, so they revealed to you he's the face of both.
Yeah.
And
which is
a lot of people hated that.
Oh, I know
I
that's
don't
great.
understand why. I don't understand why there's so much hate for that.
Because it was entertaining, and you can't do that.
Well, I mean, it would make. I mean, come on, we're talking about time travel. We're talking about a whole bunch. I mean, we're talking about Doctor. I think what is interesting is we've kind of gotten to back to a little bit of the ridiculousness of Doctor Who.
Yeah,
that we were missing. I liked Capaldi, I really did, but he was a grumpy doctor.
Yes,
and I think some of the ridiculousness was lost. Although I will die on any hill that says Missy was not the best master. I'm sorry, she was.
No, she was great. Absolutely.
Yeah. Michelle Gomez just nails that.
Yes, she was sassy. She was uppity. Like she was just like, "Come at me, bro."
Yeah. And she like even her introduction in that season, just was like, who the hell is this? And then you find out it's the master, and you're like, well, damn. There are some fun episodes, but it was mostly he was kind of a grump. But I think Nakti, you could say his name?
No.
Okay, good. Dr. 15 is he's going to be fun. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. I know that people are probably saying we're being paid by the BBC to say that, and there's positively no way that anybody can actually like this Doctor Who. You're wrong. Right. I'm broke as a joke, but if BBC wants to pay me, we can talk about it.
Right, I agree. I will sell out and say, yeah, this doctor's great, but in my head I'm going, money.
Like that cabaret song. Money. Yeah, we would talk about a cabaret song after Doctor Who. Speaking of Michelle Gomez, but not really. So I've mentioned on here before on here that on this show that you should like and subscribe right here on Indie Comics Network. Mm-hmm. And wherever you find it, make sure you do that. Hopefully the like button lights up. But my disappointment in the Dead Boy Detective TV show that had come out. But because they showed him in Doom Patrol, which is why I said because of Michelle Gomez. But like most everything, if I hate it enough, I'll go and I'll watch it to see if I should really hate it or just kind of get evidence on why it's horrible.
See, I got about 15 minutes into the first episode and I couldn't do it.
You need to go back and watch it.
Really?
I'm like on second episode, part of the third one. So it gets really fun. By the time the first one ends, the second by the time the first one seems kind of plain. Have you didn't get to the witch and everything yet. So it's definitely continuing, but it is I'm actually, and this is somebody who read the comics, like not all of them, but I read the comics years ago.
Not the new
I enjoyed it. Huh?
Not the new Dead Boy Detectives?
No, I haven't read those. I'm talking about the original run.
The original Neil Gaiman stuff. Yeah.
I don't know if Neil Gaiman actually wrote the Dead Boy Detectives.
He didn't.
I think it was just in the universe of Sandman, which this is because Death shows up.
Yeah, he incorporated them into his universe. But yeah, I don't remember if he wrote them or not. I think he did.
There's somebody else credited with the creation of the Dead Boy Detectives.
Oh, okay.
But I think why you got kind of complacent because the first 15 minutes is they're solving a case. And
Matt Wagner and Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, you saw Death show up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saw Death show up. So basically, they're just trying to get people in to. Oh, if you like Sandman, you'll like this because it's the same universe, and that's it.
Oh,
that's it. As far as I know right now, like I said, I'm only in past the second episode. But I was really it has a very Doom Patrol feel.
Oh,
When you start getting into it, it goes into some of the ridiculousness that was the Doom that you enjoyed about the Doom Patrol.
so butts.
No butts,
No.
but close to it there are cats.
Oh, great! And cat buttholes.
Just, I'm not ruining anything, JD. I'm just telling you.
All right, I'll have to go watch it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So I think they're a lot younger in the comic, if I remember correctly. They're more like, I don't know, 12, 13. These are obviously, young men. But think about it. You can't really have children playing this role because they're going to get older. And how do you explain ghosts getting older?
Right. Just like with Blade, the movie was announced 5 years ago, and the guy is now 50.
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah. No, yeah. I think he was 50 when they announced it. Now he's approaching 65. He's going to be retiring soon.
Yeah, yes, he will.
Okay, do we really need that? I mean, do we really need a Blade movie?
No, we could just
I said that
incorporate
about
him.
Beetlejuice too, and now I'm kind of interested in seeing it. But
well, Blade, I don't think you actually need a new Blade movie. I just think you could incorporate him into the universe, and he'd be fine.
Well, he was put to sleep or whatever, and
that's not good.
We changed actors. Well, no, at the end of the third one, he kind of goes into this torpor.
I thought you meant the actor was put to sleep. I'm like, oh, that's
no. We're not, there haven't been incorporated human zoos yet. As of yet,
Oh,
but who knows? You go and soon we'll have a time traveler from the future to come and stop this broadcast because we're the reason why human zoos were created, and we are the components, are the driving force behind the revoking of human rights, and so they're going to Sarah Connor us.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Run! She's a ghost and a bitch!
Okay, that was it, because I had nothing else to say to that.
It was kind of somber.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if a time traveling guy came back to me and said, and that's what I loved about this latest episode of Doctor Who too, is he told Ruby about something that was going to go happen, and she just says, "You know what I'm going to do?
We're going to solve that problem."
Yeah.
But it always bothers me. Martha says Tennant got on her nerves. And he's the one everyone crushes on. Tennant's not my favorite. I will say that.
Yeah, he's not mine either.
I
like him though.
I like Tennant. Yeah, I wish you'd go watch the specials because what I really want to talk about is in that first special, and you just didn't watch it, and now I'm disappointed. And I don't.
Fine, I will watch it. Listen, I'm gonna be in DC next week, so we got to talk about that. By the way, about next week, so I got time to kill.
Are you going to protest again, Chad?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah.
Nobody cares what you do behind closed doors. I promise.
Listen,
you can have as many mink furs as you want to. Just don't tell PETA.
Listen, I just want to protest the fact that they will not let me wear anal beads when I go vote and chess matches. And when I go,
so will the anal beads tell you what to vote for?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's like 2 vibrations, yes, 1 vibration, no.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And 3 vibrations, 1.
I feel like you would get that before you even enter.
Oh no. Everything's bad.
It's not gonna work out. I promise.
No, but I'll be in DC on Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, how's the new job going?
Good. I am now a professional pole for the strip club.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So originally I was going to be the janitor, but they needed a replacement pole, and they didn't have any money to buy a new one, so they just used me.
I can't think of anybody else to just stand there and look dumb. I think that's perfect for you. Yeah.
Right. I know, and I'm really good at it.
Well, you've had practice. I mean, you're kind of a professional. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at us here. We're like, this is all the practice I need.
It's like talking to a pole anyway.
You know what? Just because I didn't watch Doctor Who, there's no need for name calling.
Yeah, well, if you'd watched Doctor Who, I'd think highly of you.
You know, you really are me.
I do need to
But
watch it, though.
so no, what? So yeah, so why are you going to DC? Because now I'm curious.
The company that I just started at is doing a 40th. They like won an award for like the best whatever they are, because I don't want to tell you what company I'm
Right,
with.
right.
But them that I started with, they're doing a big award ceremony, and then they're also doing a big party for it. So I'm going to the party and also the award ceremony. So they invited me and said, "Hey, do you want to go to DC?" And I'm like, "Can I?" Like, yeah, it's all paid for. I'm like, okay, I'll go for the day. It's
So
just
wait
for
a
that
minute. You
Wednesday.
just
Thursday.
started this week,
Yes,
and now you're going on vacation.
correct.
You are a lucky pole.
Yes, I am a lucky pole. Yeah, and actually, it's kind of
Lucky
funny.
A-pole.
So what it is though, and don't get me wrong, I'm not there to party. I'm there to be the pole.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well,
yeah, they're not.
Is it a party bus though? At least you get to travel.
The beginning, it's gonna be the party bus, and then they're gonna move me inside of an auditorium, and then they're gonna do like a big display, and I'm gonna be like in the middle.
Oh, good.
I think I'm the lead pole too. So
Ooh,
yeah, it's a big break,
Yeah.
You know, there's gonna be lots of porn stars there, big names. So maybe I'll
People who are professionals in anal beads.
Yes, yes. In fact, there's gonna be anal bead vendors there. It's gonna be great. But I gotta tell Nita that I can't do movie night, so I'm gonna be very sad. And also we can't do RSVP next week. So,
Oh, why did you tell me that? That's what you should have led with.
okay, well, unless because I will be back. No, you know what? I should be back by 5:00. So. Yeah.
Don't. If we make it, we make it. We don't.
Yeah, if we don't, we don't. But it's a possibility that we might be able to do it. He wrote the episode where the second boys dies in Sandman. Oh, okay, that's what Neil Gaiman wrote for Dead Boy Detectives. Did you know there was a crossover with them too? Have you dove into the history of like the Neil Gaiman crossover event stuff?
No.
So there was like
I'm not a Neil Gaiman fan.
There was like this Vertigo crossover event that had Animal Man, Swamp Thing, Doom Patrol, and Black Orchid, and the Dead Boy Detectives. And it was the only Vertigo event, but it was centered around the Dead Boy Detectives. And apparently it's supposed to be good, but I can't find anything else about it except it happened. Yeah.
No, I haven't heard it. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, even with Sandman, he had Constantine show up
Constantly,
yeah.
And and Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I feel like he just kind of robbed Alan Moore, but whatever.
Well,
kind of what he does.
Well, what are you gonna do? Did Neil Gaiman write any Constantine stuff? I feel like he did.
He wrote Sandman. Constantine was in it.
What? Oh, that's nice. Oh, Young Animal also did that too, where they did the. Do you remember Young Animal?
I know Animal Man.
Okay, well, it's not that. Did you ever read Neil Gaiman or Grant Morrison's Animal Man?
I have not. I have read his. Of course, I've read his Doom Patrol. We talked about that.
Yes. Yep. But his Animal Man is really freaking good. If you ever get a chance to write or read it,
I imagine it is like when he writes for somebody else. It seems sometimes that it's better than the stuff he writes that he creates. Even though I liked Happy, but like I didn't really get into what was it, Invincibles.
I never read Invisibles.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be what the Matrix was ripped off from.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, and basically there's this whole other world. Everything on the surface is not real, so on and so forth. I couldn't tell you everything because by the time I got into the second trade paperback, it was freaking taking forever to get the story moving. There was a lot of talk, which, if anything, that's probably what inspired the Matrix was the whole bunch of talk. It definitely did inspire Matrix Reloaded. So,
Oh, have you ever read Joe the Barbarian?
no.
Really? That's actually Grant Morrison, him and Sean Murphy created it.
Joe the Barbarian. No, I don't think
Yeah.
so. I think really, honestly, besides Invisibles and Happy, that's probably the only original stuff by him that I've read. Yeah.
His I actually loved his Superman, Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, but that was, Superman.
Again.
Or was that Alan Moore? Wait, was that
I
Alan
do
Moore?
know that
His All-Star
What?
Superman was Grant Morrison.
I can't keep up with it.
I
You
can't-
know what's
I don't
the bad
know.
about Grant Morrison, Warren Ellis, and the guy that wrote Preacher? And it's
Oh, Garth Ennis.
Garth Ennis. I get them all. It gets really confusing. For some reason, to me, those three names are similar.
I think it's because of
Only
their...
two of them are really good writers.
Which ones? Garth Ennis and...
I know you know. No, you see, I will
Alan
never
Moore.
take you to go. I will never. I didn't say Alan Moore. I didn't say Alan Moore. And Alan Moore's a good writer. She's just that. He's a writer.
Yeah.
No, you had to pick the one that I don't like.
You don't like Garth Ennis? I think
I
he's
do
a hit
not
and a
like
miss.
Garth
I
Ennis.
like his Punisher stuff. But and his Rover
I've
Red
heard
Charlie
The
was
Boys is horrible.
good. The book?
The Boys, yeah.
Oh, I didn't read it.
I didn't either, but I read like the first volume of Preacher, and that was enough for me.
Okay.
He's very Deus Ex Machina, but Warren Ellis has probably produced my favorite comic.
No, go on. I'm listening.
Oh, that was. I thought you had something in your eye. Transmetropolitan.
Oh, okay.
Spider Jerusalem. He's definitely based on. Have you read it?
No, I haven't.
Oh
No, I know.
It is a classic. You have to read Transmetropolitan, at least the first one, because the first year is good because it kind of it encompasses the world a little bit more. The second one, he kind of gets into the second year. It's really kind of getting into like a campaign trail or whatever. But Hunter S. Thompson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Spider's definitely based on Hunter, like hands down. So think of Hunter, but in the future. And so
I gotta look this up now.
if you say he looks like a bald Hunter S. Thompson.
I don't know why, but I put in Spider S. Thompson, and I got Thomas the Tank Engine.
What? Spider S. Is that it? That sounds like a diesel.
I was like, why is Thomas the Tank Engine coming up?
I got Flash.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Weird. The new Google AI system is really strange.
But here we go. Here,
Did you-
Transmetropolitan came up. What?
Did you see the thing where it's what to do when you're feeling suicidal, like the new Google AI like search engine thing, and the first thing that popped up from that was one Reddit user said jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. And I'm like, what is wrong with AI today?
See, the idea is what to do when you're suicidal. It's not to make you better. It's a how to. That's
Oh, I gotcha. I understand.
I think that's where the confusion runs in. It's like what to do when you're suicidal. It's kind of what to do when your refrigerator breaks. You can repair it. What to do when you're suicidal? You jump off a bridge or you hang yourself.
That's the wording where it's like it's
it gets a little confusing for AI. I mean, you have seen it. AI is a very complex individual and a tortured soul. You have seen its art.
So, I've seen a lot of Todd McFarlane's stuff.
Oh wow.
And also some of other Images stuff too. Oh, so speaking of Image.
Oh gosh.
Guess what?
What?
Skybound. Yes, but Skybound Comics,
Yep.
and I've never seen this before,
Yeah.
has a commercial on Hulu for the G.I. Joe omnibus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have seen that. Yes. You could be Cobra or you could be Joe's. I saw that. Yes. Which doesn't really mean anything to me because I'm not a G.I. Joe fan.
I'm not either, but
but they look cool.
They look cool, and the commercial is very hard. It's stupid.
Like hard to watch?
Hard to watch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it was cringy because it's a Kickstarter.
Yes.
Like, I'm all for like advertising it online and everything, but the moment it hits my TV, I'm like, this is weird.
Well, okay. I saw an artist who's a pretty good artist make the statement, and he obviously has a problem with Kickstarter for some reason.
Sure.
People who Kickstarter. I don't know why, whatever the case is. But he asks, like, are you a publisher who doesn't use Kickstarter? Contact me. Let me know. Well, and I don't think he had any likes or any comments on that post. It was like 2 hours old when I saw it. And it's like, so boom, IDW, Dynamite, Dark Horse. You don't want to hear from any of those. They use Kickstarter. Right.
Red
I
5.
say Dark Horse. Yeah, Dark Horse, I don't know if they use Kickstarter or not.
I think they do a lot of the Mike Mignola stuff. I think.
Okay. So it's kind of like, okay, and now Skybound is using Kickstarter because that image money is just not coming in.
I guess not. I mean, they haven't really done anything recently. Did they just get Ninja Turtles? No, IDW just got Ninja Turtles, didn't they?
IDW had Ninja Turtles, but just ended. Or it's about to end. It's either just ended or it's about to end.
Okay, because I swore it went somewhere. I wonder if Disney's going to buy them.
Ninja Turtles? Well, no, Nickelodeon has.
They don't have the comic rights. They just have the...
No, right. Well, the whole deal with the comic rights were... You know, that was the deal. That has... Well, you know, there was a Ninja Turtle comic published by Image years ago. It got really dark.
Oh.
It got really dark. Like, I think Michelangelo died, and Raphael had like acid thrown in his face, and it was like melting off. Cool. It was like black and white, and like, oh, how do I look, Leo? And like, you're melting, Raph. You're melting.
Oh, Leo, how do I look? It looks like you got acid splashed in your face, you dumbass.
Yeah, it looked horrible. It didn't do well. I think it lasted like 6 issues. Nobody wanted that kind of Ninja Turtles. Nobody wanted that Ninja Turtles.
I do. I think that'd be awesome.
Go find an Image roll.
So there's a new thing.
I hate you for making me talk about Image, but go ahead.
You're welcome. Let's talk about Marvel though, because I got something fun to tell you.
Oh boy.
So I was at the comic shop, and I overheard somebody talking about the new Blood Hunt from Marvel.
Okay.
Which is about vampires. Or something.
That's a good name for something. Does it have Blade in it? It probably has Blade.
It has Blade in it, yeah. And Tigra. So if you want something with
completely no sense, but okay.
Sure, whatever. They're bringing her back.
Unless Tigra like hunted vampires, and I don't know anything about that.
I think she bones Moon Knight, so that's cool. I mean,
but is he a vampire?
No, but she could.
It'd be really cool if she boned Jack Russell, which I think is a brilliant fucking name for Werewolf by Night.
Oh, I love that. I love Jack Russell. It's a great pun. It's not even a pun. It's just it's the name of a
Jack Russell and his brother Terrier.
Scott Terrier. But I know but Blood Hunt came out and they did a PG version and a red band version. Yeah, and I bought the red band version because apparently that was like sold out everywhere and they only had a few copies left. So I bought it, but apparently the only difference is that it's Marvel's edgy stuff because there's like gore and everything. Like there's intestines falling out And I go,
our characters say cuss words.
our characters say, fuck. Thanks, Deadpool.
Yeah.
But I was like, he was just like, yeah, it's really dark and it's really edgy. And I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, first off, have you read any other comic book?
Have you read a comic book? And there's a good chance that you haven't.
Right.
Let me tell you how this goes.
Listen, there's far more gorier comics out there. Like, have you read I Hate Fairyland?
Oh my gosh. That's getting a compendium.
It is. Yes.
But my question on that is, okay, so is it the new run too that's added into that?
I don't know if they said yet. I don't think the new run's done.
I don't either. That's what I don't think so.
I think it's still going.
So I'm like, okay, but I already have all of them. So now do I want to buy this too?
Yes. Well, it depends. Is it a nice hardback?
My I don't know if the compendium is. It might be like my Deadly Class, which is it's a paperback trade. But
yeah.
The two that I have collected, it came in 2 volumes. Those are hardback.
Oh, the I Hate Fairyland?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I've seen those before. The sweet whatever they're called.
I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna. Yeah. I could. If I have to prove that I have them, I'll go get them.
No, I'm not.
I think you're questioning me because I don't know the name of these volumes.
Yeah, you don't know the specific name of these volumes. I need you to go get them now.
Look, I can even tell you the main character's name is Fluffy, and she is a sweet girl who has a teddy bear for a companion.
She's also
she travels around Fairyland like the Doctor, except not in a TARDIS. It's on a magical carousel. On a bunny named Hop. No, I'm just making it up as I go.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, I feel like you're making something up. Where her companion is a fly that smokes a cigarette.
Larry.
Larry is a great Jiminy Cricket.
Poor Larry.
Like whatever.
You should see it when Gert comes back to Fairyland. Poor Larry.
I haven't read the new stuff yet. I'm gonna wait till it gets found.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, they have the first volume out.
Oh, is it out?
And I think the second one's coming out too. Yeah.
Oh, well then, I will go.
I have some of the floppies because I couldn't wait. Some of the stuff is great. It does a twist to it, which sets it back on track. And that's all I'm going to say. Instead of really getting into it, yes.
I'm excited.
I'm kind of like, part of me is kind of happy about that, but then part of me is kind of disappointed. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's kind of like with Chew. You're really happy it's back, but then when you read it, you're like,
Yeah, I completely fell off of that.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, oh, I mean, I always have my little porg right here. No, Prague, whatever they're called. Chog, thank you.
It's a chog. I made a whole damn video on it.
I know, it's a chog.
The chog. And my chog is somewhere.
Where's your chog? This is how we bonded. We're supposed to have our chogs with us. We're supposed to show each other our chogs. Our chogs are supposed to touch.
I feel like this is getting really into anal bead.
It's exactly what it's
conversation
doing. It is. Back to anal beads. Back to chogs going up your butt. No, so I watched. What was it? What have I been watching lately? Oh, I just started. I'm still on the Misfits season 1 right now. I just got to the episode where he changes the future completely.
In what?
Misfits.
Oh, right. Okay.
Where he keeps going back and forth to change that, and then
So that's what, the second season or the
first season? It's still the first season. Yeah, I'm almost done with I think the first season. Because I just got.
It would be worth you taking this long to get through the first season because it's only 6 episodes, but it would be it would be worth it if you had actually went back and watched the David Tennant specials. I could forgive it.
Oh, okay.
But
I
because
get
you
it.
didn't,
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna make fun of you.
I fucking hate you.
What?
Look,
you've been watching this for a month. Are you watching like what 5 seconds a night? I don't understand why it's taking you so long.
Of Misfits or Doctor Who?
Of Misfits.
Listen, first off, I wait for Tifa, and her and I don't live
she's
together.
watching it.
She's watching it with me.
I didn't tell you to show your girlfriend. I'm going to be held responsible for whatever damage that does to your relationship.
No, she loves it.
Now. Oh, good. Okay.
No, she loves that kind. She loves it. She loves the sexiness of it.
Okay, good. Because if she didn't, I was going to say you can't tell her that I recommended it to you.
I'll be listening. There's a lot of sex here, and she'll be like, "What?" And keep talking.
Are there anal beads?
But are there anal beads? Is there air sex? Nobody
I'm sensing
knows.
a theme.
But no, I just got, and then there was the one where what was his name? The Klaus kid.
Yeah,
kidnaps a fucking baby.
That
That whole scene was so stupid. It was so funny though.
Just to get a refresher on it because it's been a while.
It's so funny.
So how do you feel about him now?
I still hate him. Like he's still an asshole. Like,
but he's a lovable asshole.
But now, like after the whole baby thing, he is at least more likable. Like, but when they were doing the whole time traveling thing, where he went all the way back, and it turned out that everybody was in that club, which to me, I feel like that's an important thing to mention to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, hey, did you know that we were all there? But it's probably not important.
I don't think it is.
Give everybody okay, because it just felt like more of it was just a kind of a, hey, we have everybody else here, let's throw them in too type scenario.
Well, it's a pay or play contract. Basically, either you end up acting in the show or you have to get paid even though you're not there.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, I have. That is a thing, but I don't know if that's what this is. And you know how I learned about pay or play contracts?
You were part of one?
No, Animaniacs.
What?
Yes, if you listen to the theme song, they have pay or play contracts.
Oh,
and baloney in their slacks.
Oh, huh?
Yeah.
So
we learned all sorts of things from pay or play contracts, capitals of the states, different countries of the world. Animaniacs taught us a lot of things, and yet it doesn't get the credit that Mr. Rogers does. I think that's a shame.
Well, I mean, one is Animaniacs and the other is Mr. Rogers. It's comparing apples to oranges.
I think Animaniacs prepared us for the world more so. It's Mr. Rogers kind of prepared us for a world that doesn't exist.
That is 100% true.
But God bless him. He tried. I wish I could be like Mr. Rogers. I do. Because I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about him whatsoever. So,
yep. Well, I know somebody tried to say that he was. I remember when Hello Neighbor, Will You Be My Neighbor, or that movie came out with Tom Hanks.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, that movie was really good. If you ever get a chance to see it,
it's hard for me to see Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But go ahead and finish your story.
I was reading on Facebook. Just like when it was released, I was looking at the Facebook comments, and somebody was trying to say that Mr. Rogers was a pedophile. And I'm like, and people were, and I knew it was probably like some kind of crazy troll type thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, how did you get that from this?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Well, there was a rumor going around that he was a Navy SEAL, and he wore a sweater to hide it. Yeah, he wore a sweater to hide the anchor or whatever that they had.
And that was not true.
But that is definitely not true. The man was fresh out of the freaking ministry. I was going to say monastery, but that's not right. But yeah, he was fresh out of Bible college. Let's call it that. And And it was like, okay, he went into television because he didn't like what he saw for children's programming. That's how that ended up. Damn wholesome son of a. I don't want to even say it. Not the same thing. But the thing about Mr. Rogers, about Tom Hanks playing Mr. Rogers, that bugs me, is his weight.
Oh.
I know what an asshole thing to say, but I'll tell you what.
Wow.
Mr. Rogers weighed 134 pounds throughout his life. He made sure to maintain 134 pounds. Do you know why?
No.
Okay. The number is 134. Wait, what is it? Was it 134? Or no, it's 143 maybe. I can't remember what it was. But it was Mr. Rogers' weight. Let me look. But I know the letters were symbolic of like I love you or something like that. And so he always that was a perfect 143. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I got confused. So yeah. So he always kept his weight at 143 pounds because it was the same numbers, it was the same letters in the words I love you.
Oh.
Yes.
Huh.
True story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you're saying that because Tom Hanks did not associate with the weight of
it didn't
I
really
love
feel like
you,
Mr. Rogers to me.
it doesn't feel like Mr. Rogers. So really, you're just gatekeeping it at this
He
point.
was upset. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you who I think would be a perfect Mr. Rogers.
Ryan Gosling?
No. We're not gonna open up that can of worms. Jim Parsons.
Really? For Big
do.
Bang Theory.
Yes, I know. But hear me out. I think he has some of the same mannerisms. He has some of the same mannerisms, and I can see him playing Mr. Rogers. All you see is Sheldon. See, you've got to look past Sheldon. He is a human being outside of Sheldon.
No, he's not.
You know?
He's a weird alien. Listen, Penny, the girl who played Penny, what's her name? Shoot. I can't remember her name is.
Yeah, I can't think of her name right now.
I can't remember his name either, but I can't think of her name right now. But she started playing
Jared
Harley
agrees
Quinn.
with me. Why do you know? Okay, now I'm curious. He says, "I know why."
You know why? It's because he doesn't like Tom Hanks is fat. You don't like that Tom Hanks is fat. Just
Tom
admit it.
Hanks.
Yeah,
Kaylee
Kuko. Yeah, okay, yeah. Kuko. Okay, yeah, her. She's Harley Quinn, and she was also in that the flight attendant. And so she's like really climbed up the ladder. Jim Parsons is still Sheldon. Like
he tried to come out with a movie with his partner, and I don't think it took off. So, come on, no, that's not why. Well, I mean, that might be why he's like that, but that's not why he reminds me. He's very frail looking, I guess is why. And Mr. Rogers was very frail looking.
Oh.
Well,
so what you're saying is that just be anorexic and you can be Mr. Rogers, but if you're Tom Hanks,
I think he could
fat.
I think he could pull it off.
This goes full circle again.
Okay, I've seen clips of it. I don't think Tom Hanks pulls it off no matter what his weight is.
Sure. Yeah. I'm just saying I enjoyed the movie, but I get what you're saying. Like he doesn't
watch the documentary. Won't You Be My Neighbor? I think it's the name of the documentary too.
Oh, okay.
Watch the documentary. It's really interesting. Similar mannerisms. Yeah. In fact, he was on the last episode. Don't ask me why. I know this. Don't you dare ask me why. But I saw him on the last episode of Young Sheldon, and it was even more so. It's like, man, he would definitely be a good Mr. Rogers.
Do you like Young Sheldon? It's okay.
I started watching it with my daughter. She wanted to watch it, my youngest. And so I watched it with her. And yeah, it's a superior show to what it was spun from.
Which is very rare.
Which is, it is very rare. And it's written differently. It's more, I won't say more clever because then I would say the other one was clever. It's clever, I suppose. However, The Big Bang Theory is one of those things that I was averted to, and I went and I watched the whole thing.
Well, you could do that because I can't. I can't
Yeah,
do
no, it's
sitcoms.
not great. It's not great.
Every time when somebody brings up the Big Bang Theory, I would rather just shoot myself or jump off of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Well, you know
As
who can
Google
help you
tells
with
me
that
to.
is Google. Yeah,
Google would help me with that, or
Well,
put anal
okay.
beads up me and then play chess. Like that's
Wow.
the thing.
I'm
I
glad
could
we
do.
brought that back around. Okay, so here's what I'll say about Big Bang Theory. It wasn't as horrible as I thought it was going to be, but I think it gave a unfair stereotype. It was basically, to me, because I don't think any of those guys are nerds. Any of them.
No.
And I think it gave an unfair stereotype. I felt like it was bullying. I felt like it was a heel stereotype. Now, you want to see a show that's about nerds, that's funny and great, and I've watched it 100 times, and unfortunately, it gets likened to Big Bang Theory because they were out at the same time, but it's by Mike Judge, so it's infinitely better, is Silicon Valley.
I was about to say, are you talking about Silicon Valley?
Yeah, I am talking about Silicon Valley, and I will talk about Silicon Valley. I will die on the hill. It's probably my favorite show.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what my favorite show is?
Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, I got a huge poster right here. No, I can't.
All I see is the deer head.
Just listen, I'm Gaston right now. I love it. But yeah, Big Bang Theory just I can't sitcoms I can't do. Like every time I try to sit down and watch a sitcom, unless it's like Frasier or like any like King of Queens, like the older stuff I can definitely do, but I'd rather kill myself.
Okay, I do love Frasier. I like Frasier. I like the humor in Frasier.
True, I am a Sex and the City type gal. Yes.
Yeah. Samantha. I think that's one of them, right?
No, I don't know. I've never seen Sex and the City. I mean, it's my favorite show.
No, what is it? I always heard somebody say Miranda. That's why, because we were going to name our kid Miranda, and somebody said, "Oh, like Sex and the City." It's like, oh no, fuck you.
No, we're not going to name her fucking our child
gosh,
Miranda.
no.
Go fuck yourself. I would kill you if you named your child Miranda. I would probably kill you.
I would probably kill myself, and you know how I would do that? I would use Google AI.